Previously on Project Go.
Today, we will be focusing on website.
Our top 4 navigated the website and marketing realm to better their business footprint, and also had insights from our mentors on building their business and telling great stories to better their brands. The finale venue is filled with excitement and buzz in preparation for the final pitch. What will our top 4 do to wow the judges? Stay glued to your seats for another exciting episode of Project Go. We are here at the finale venue of Project Go at Common Ground Co-working Spaces in BGC. Our top 4 are anxiously waiting backstage for their turn to pitch and be one step closer to winning the 1 million peso prize. Let me introduce to you our judges.
So I'm looking forward to hearing innovative ideas and also hearing about solutions that fit an actual market need. And then lastly would be clarity and approach. So how are the teams going to actually fulfill that need in a market like the Philippines?
I'm looking forward to seeing charisma in the presentations, how people are going to market, spend their prize money, and just in general, see the innovation and the creative ideas.
I'd like to see what advocacies they will bring to the table. I'd like to see how they can translate these advocacies into businesses that work. So I think that's the most exciting part, something that I look forward to seeing.
I'd like to see originality. I think these days we're inundated with a lot of copycats and similar products and services, right? And I think it's nice to see something fresh and different. And I think the people to create these unique products are this generation.
Now, let's start the final pitch.
Enter Banana Q, your cue to make the change. We will be selling leaf packaging in the form of the beluga and the sand dollar. The beluga will be specifically used for takeaways and the sand dollar for more dine-in options. The key features of this is that it is created from a material that would have otherwise been waste. Banana leaves are actually disposed of every time it's already bore its fruit. And at the same time, it is also fully compostable. We will be selling this specifically to medium and large food and beverage establishments because we believe that it would be a good place to start, specifically those F&B establishments that are located in urban centers.
Now, you might wonder what the manufacturing process is for the banana leaf containers. First, we will source our products from local farmers from Tarlac and Pampanga. Next, they will go through a cleaning process to get rid of dirt and bacteria to make it ready for use. Next, we will heat press these 2 banana leaves together. And lastly, we would be packaging our products in cassava-based plastics and then sell it to the customers. For our financials, if we win Project Go, most of the money will go to the machine, human resources, and initial raw materials. It will also go to our research and development, as well as our warehousing and logistics. Starting off 2021, we plan on piloting and testing our products, and we plan on selling it to our customers and getting feedback from them.
It is now our cue, together, that we will be champions for waste management for the people and the planet. Thank you so much and good day. We are now open for your questions.
With the purchase of this new machine, what's the volume of banana leaf products that you can produce on a daily basis?
We would be able to produce around 65 banana leaf plates in an hour.
I saw your website. What traffic are you currently getting to your website?
At our peak, we reached about at least 1,000 in a day. However, the business hasn't been as good as it used to be. So right now, our numbers through Loop, we've increased our numbers post-pandemic to at least 500 a day. And through SIP, we have an additional at least 150 to 200 a day.
Question just in regard to how you will spend the money if you were to win. I saw machinery, I saw headcount. Would you be making any investments in marketing?
Yes, so for our financials, there are a lot of buffers because we were just estimating prices right now. So we just used the full million for all of that. But we would all obviously be spending on marketing.
You plan to sell it at 2 pesos per piece, right? And I'd like to know where you got that cost structure from, and what would be the biggest cost in producing this material?
For one banana leaf, we estimated around 16 plates, and it costs 2 pesos per leaf. Since we're gonna double layer it, it's gonna be around 8 plates per leaf now. So that's why the cost is very small.
And then to top that off, the other major cost involved would be freight. How we estimated this was we used an on-demand freight app, since right now this is mostly in the ideation phase and surface level research and development.
Is there a future plan to improve the design to enable takeouts?
So the beluga, actually, if you see the design here, it actually has a lid. Part of the costing was, it's just that we didn't have the actual prototype yet. So we had to look for stock photos with the time we had. But essentially, this would also come with a lid.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
I think the product had a lot of market potential, especially food service companies looking for an alternative way to package their products in a more sustainable way.
They didn't earmark any money for marketing, but you're going to have some spend behind that as well.
You know, being retail focused and being urban focused, they have a clear market they're going after. So that's good in terms of just knowing their customer base.
Mentor tutoring costs in Australia for up to 70 to 90 Australian dollars an hour. In the Philippines, it costs around 600 to 900 pesos an hour. So what happens to all of these students who, without a doubt, need access to these educational support services? With this, we'd like to present to you our solution, Mitocho, your online, personal, on-demand tutoring services. First and foremost, it is completely convenient. We have to understand that everything is a digital service. All the materials, resources, tutors are accessible on the online platform at the touch of your fingertips. Now we have credibility. We have a comprehensive onboarding program to train tutors who will join the platform. So in this case, we have an onboarding, an interview, and a comprehensive background check. Next is adaptive. Now this is what sets Mitocho apart. We give power to the student. We want to focus on the student. We want to ensure that we check all of his gaps, and we want to help him capitalize on all of his opportunities academically. We want him to be able to learn, and we want to enrich him and empower him and to help him out. Lastly, affordable. So in this case, Mitocho develops all the materials that tutors will be using. Tutors can actually just focus on everything that they need to teach the students.
Our target market are elementary and high school students who are capable of going online. These people are still young in their academic journey, yet old enough to know their academic capabilities. How will we approach these target markets? 1, through online advertisement, through social media ads. 2, through partnership marketing with schools and universities currently being attended by our mentor tutors.
More than anything, you have to see that we have other programs as well. Mitocho is very much an advocacy as well. We provide free CET reviews, just like last month. We were helping out upwards 600 to 800 students nationwide. We even had a lot of things shipped. So with this, we hope you've understood our concept, and we'll take any questions you have.
You talked about some of the features, you talked about pricing as an advantage, but what really sets you apart from other competition that's in the market today?
We have what we call sessions. Students can request sessions from specific tutors, and they can book any tutor that they want that's available for that time. We really emphasize on the idea of flexibility. So I think this is very different because we want to really capitalize on the on-demand service.
If you're chosen as the winner, what will you do? How will you invest those winnings?
We really want to focus on the development of the actual platform. And secondly, we plan to expand, as Sophia suggested, really the marketing aspect of the platform.
How are you going to achieve a level of quality of teachers wherein you will have a following from amongst the parents and the students?
If you're a certain level, like for example, you're a 4th grader, the only tutors that you can see are tutors that we've tagged on the system as appropriate or qualified to teach level 4 kids. We will display qualifications for sure, but we kind of had the concept of, other than your education, experience teaching. Of course, I think these are very basic. I think those are the most fundamental, the most basic parts of the tutoring platform qualification section.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So that was an interesting platform. They're very competitive on the market end.
I think You know, it's a real interesting idea in these times to have a virtual platform for tutoring. One of the advantages that the team was pushing was pricing.
I feel like there's no doubt they're passionate about learning and teaching and providing a service.
Our masks currently protect hundreds of doctors and healthcare workers. And we give them N95 level protection while giving them the comfort and the ease of use that they want. Our journey to mask development started 7 months ago when we were tapped by the Philippine General Hospital, the nation's premier COVID hospital, to help them replicate an Italian-inspired ventilator mask design. When we saw the design, we said, hey, we can innovate, we can do it better. We re-engineered it and made it easier to manufacture, and it offered more virus protection than the old design. It was called the AO Venti mask. And that Venti mask saved the patients from being intubated because you are sedated. Where this mask that we made for PGH, there was no need for sedation. That is our new array set for mass production with your help and GoDaddy's help. Retail price aggressively at $60 only. The cost of $30, sales volume of $20,000 per annum, 1.2 million in gross sales, net income estimated at $500,000, and yearly growth of 20%. Global sales, $50,000 per annum. Gross sales of $3 million and 25% growth.
Where are you currently selling the product?
Actually, just through Facebook. But we have the following from most of the dentists love us. There's 42,000 of them. We have already sold almost close to 500 for dentists, but mostly they're officers.
And how many have you sold in total?
Close to 500 units, but we've only done it for 4 months.
Have you any plans to sell to end consumers?
Yes, we highly recommend them to buy the unit because at the end of the day, you need this.
What if somebody wears glasses?
Most mask manufacturers allow for that by having you put your glasses inside, remove the sides. But we looked further and we designed better than that. The one that we will manufacture for mass production with a protruded shield so that you can actually put on your glasses.
Do you see a significant market beyond, this time?
We have on the drawing board ideas for tactical use.
So what kind of capital do you need to get this to mass production?
We will need $800,000 to $1 million.
And if someone gives you $1 million today, how soon can you recover that?
We're about maybe 1 quarter, you can be up.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
The design is interesting. They look like snorkels. It's a bit bulky to use every day, but I think there's potential for the frontliners or for the medical field.
For me, it was 500 units only sold to dentists. And how do you really get into those next categories? So the rescue, police, how do you kind of get mainstream in there and basically get your orders in? So get your orders in, never mind having your production in place or your ability to be able to scale. It's really how do you line up those orders in a really guaranteed way. So that's something that I was just scratching my head on.
In terms of, he said that he could pay it back in 1 quarter. So I guess I'm questioning a little bit and curious if anybody else thought that was a little aggressive in terms of the return.
Possibly aggressive. 1 million basically recovered in 1 quarter basically means, say, just a 50% markup, you need what, 3 times that?
Allow me to start this presentation with asking the question, what do you want to be when you grow up? Actually, it's a very simple and common question that we're always asked as kids. And yet, not everybody is given the luxury to actually realize their dreams. Because not everyone is afforded the opportunity to become anyone they want to be. 8 years ago, I was actually part of an organization where we focused on values formation for children living in one of the most depressed communities in Metro Manila. And Annalyn was one of our graduates, who's very smart and a hardworking young girl. However, due to the lack of financial capability, she wasn't able to finish school and she was forced to work at a very young age. And what if we can actually create more options for more people like Annalyn? And with that in mind, we put up steps to 1, leverage on the growing demand for outsourced workers, and 2, to bridge these work opportunities to the people who need it the most. And so, our process is very simple and straightforward. Through our website, our potential clients can book a call and schedule an appointment or send us an inquiry. And after the consultation, should they decide to work with us, they can simply fill out the job order form, send the signed contract and all the requirements, and wait for their order to be completed. By focusing on 3 key areas, which are SEO, graphic design, and content writing, we were able to simplify and streamline our creative production process, thereby allowing us to provide cost-effective services to SMBs across the globe, whilst also opening more inclusive opportunities to the underprivileged youth. So I came in prepared with a 3-year forecast. We worked out these numbers by taking the average monthly income per client based on our experiences as freelancers and also based on the 10 potential clients that we're actually speaking to right now. We came up with 25,000 pesos per client per month, regardless of contract durations. And on average, one person can handle at least 3 projects a month. And so with that, on year 1, with 7 people in our core team, we can actually reach our ROI within 6 months, leaving us with 2.1 million pesos in net profits in our first year of operations. And that's after tax. You might not be able to solve poverty or let alone change the world, but with your help, we know we can make a difference in someone's life. One chance, one business, one task at a time. Thank you.
Once you've assigned somebody to a client, how do you ensure quality?
One person or the core team would actually handle all the projects, and they will be able to work one-on-one with the talents and ensure the quality of the services or the projects that are being delivered.
You had mentioned PPC, advertising, LinkedIn, Google.
Yes.
How would you plan your marketing around that? And what would you spend?
We still don't have a fixed strategy, especially with LinkedIn, because we don't have the capital to actually start a campaign. I believe we would be able to learn that as we launch the campaign, but we want to heavily focus on that because our business is a B2B service provider.
How do you set yourself apart starting up vis-a-vis those who are already settled within the Philippine market?
What we did was we wanted to niche down again to SEO, content writing, and graphic design because we want to make sure that we can dominate that market. Because right now, people are looking to different freelancers for SEO and not one company is specializing in that category.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pearl.
Thank you.
I like the structure because it's a simple structure. You don't need huge capital to make it work. Maybe laptops and software probably won't cost you a ton.
It's a service that's very much ubiquitous, especially in the Philippines. A lot of companies deliver on this service. I really find her approach to finding talent unique. She wants to be able to make an impact.
There's a gap for me that I can't bridge because I'm not getting to the training and the skill set to deliver it on the promise that she's offering. So I think it's a very noble cause. I think it's great. I almost feel like it's a little too broad when you're talking about SEO and graphic designers. Those are pretty highly trained people in what they do, and I just couldn't get from her how she was going to get the talent there.
That was my first question about recruit. How are you going to recruit? How are you going to ensure that you're bringing in the right talent? She's going to be looking for seed talent in terms of picking candidates that have the right raw materials that they can actually be trained. So once you bring in the right people, well, then you go through the whole training process and they need to learn from experts. So it's really important who your original team is and ensuring that you have the expertise on the team to train others. Once you bring in good quality candidates and you're able to train, I feel that the program that she has in place in terms of having a hub where you have a central product manager or program manager who's then going to basically work with the new recruits who are trained by experts somewhere in the organization, that's actually a very good model.
Our top 4 have concluded their final pitch. Which team will take home the 1 million peso prize and be crowned the winner of Project Go? Stay tuned on the next episode of Project Go. Bulletin, host and mentor of Project Go. If you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe to AXN Asia for more exclusive content from Project Go.